Hey, so you're thinking about moving to Placerville, California? Well, you are in the right place. Hey, thanks for joining me. It's Renee Friedrich with the Friedrich team at eXp Realty, and today we are exploring all things Placerville. And hey, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button below, the alert bell for all the notifications so you can be the first to know about everything there is about living, working, and playing here in wonderful Sacramento and the amazing surrounding areas like Placerville, where we are today. So I thought I would start really quick with downtown. So this is Old Placerville, and we'll walk around a little bit, but you can see the big tower right behind me. And oh my gosh, Placerville has been around for, oh my gosh, since the mid 1800s, and basically got its start because of the California Gold Rush, which happened just up the road in Coloma, which we've talked about on a couple other videos. And it's a super vibrant old town, and it actually used to be called Hangtown, and the reason is doesn't take much imagination to figure that out. And during the Gold Rush times, there were a lot of bad elements, as there always are when it comes to, wealth and gold and all things that are financially related. And so there were some scoundrels that ended up, going and murdering and stealing from people, and the folks in Placerville decided that the best punishment would be to hang them. And so they did that, and so for a while the town was called Placerville, or was called Hangtown, and then officially changed the name, in the later 1800s, and then also officially became the county seat in 1857, I think it was. So anyway, like I said, hustle and bustle down here today. It's a weekend, so it's quite busy here on Main Street, and I just wanted you guys to see some of our favorite places to come and visit when we come up to Placerville. So thought I'd start with Main Street. I'm gonna head out to one of our favorite wineries so you guys can see that too. The wine industry is huge here in Dorado County, and so just for some fun facts, there's about 11,000 residents of Placerville, and it's spread out pretty far. So Wikipedia says that it's only a little bit more, or a little bit less than 6 square miles. However, showing property here in the area, I can tell you that the unincorporated areas of Placerville and the areas where you get to have Placerville as your, on your mailing address, they're much, much larger than that. So pretty spread out. We're gonna go see 3 different neighborhoods today as well, like we usually do. And there are some neighborhoods that we've definitely sold in quite a bit, and some that we're really big fans of. So there's one equestrian community that we're going to stop in last, and it's lovely. So can't wait to show you guys around. Also, median income here in Placerville, it's a little bit lower than some of the areas in Sacramento County, and so we're just under, or just actually over $60,000, and that's for median household income. And then the average, the median home price in Placerville right now is about $550. So you can get a little bit more for your money up here, and you can also get some pretty luxurious homes as well. So we're going to be definitely touring one of those for you guys. And did I make it far enough down the street? I was so busy chatting with you guys, I walked right past it. So I'm going to walk back up this way so you guys can see a little bit more of Main Street, and then also I'll talk about this restaurant coming up that is just super fun and special, great for special occasions. But all along here, you've got antique shops, you've got a really super old hardware store that Placerville is kind of famous for, and then wine tasting, tap shops where you can, do some beer tasting, and art galleries, like you name it, and there's something for everybody here. You could spend the whole day just wandering in and out of the shops here along Main Street. And there's like quite the renaissance happening here, I would say, with stores, just really doing really well, and especially, post-COVID, as things are opening up again, it's really come alive. So this is that restaurant that I was just speaking of, though. It is called the Enchanted Forest, and they've got little fairy lights and just a really special ambiance and atmosphere. So definitely, if you are in the area and you've got a special occasion coming up, I would say definitely check that out. And then also the Independent is another favorite of ours. And like I said, lots of little spots for coffee, wine, beer, all the things here. So that's a little taste of Main Street. I'm going to go drive around a little bit so you guys can see a little bit more, and then we'll go check out those 3 neighborhoods. So thanks so much. Let's get to it. Number 1 for our Placerville City walking tour, and this little cute cottage, it is 2 bedrooms and 1 bath. It is just under 1,100 square feet, and it's priced at $420,000. So this is definitely a great little starter home for the Placerville area. And it's in Placerville Union for the elementary school district, which gets a B rating from niche.com. And like we've talked about so many times, you can definitely kind of bunk those scores by just, working with your kids and having that parent involvement with the PTA and all of those things. But B is still a pretty good score. And the nice thing with the Placerville Union Elementary School District is that student to teacher ratio is about 22 to 1. So really nice numbers there. And so the kids definitely get a lot of, good one-on-one time with their teachers. And the other fun thing about this house here in Placerville is that it is just across the freeway from Old Town, where we just were. And so there's a pedestrian bridge. You can literally just walk right from your home across the bridge and be right in downtown in a matter of minutes. So super cute. Mostly 2 to 3 bedroom homes in here. Lots of them were built back in the early 1900s, and so you've got a lot of fun historic type of buildings in this area, and pretty small streets because the cars weren't quite so big back then, and not a lot of garages either, so you've got to get a little bit creative with that. But this one is super cute. I'm actually surprised it's still on the market because it has been on for about 40 days now. But we did see a little slowdown there for a minute with the interest rates going up, and things are starting to normalize. We actually had quite a bit of buyer activity the last few weeks ourselves with some of our listings, and so I feel like things are gonna just get to a new normal, and buyers are starting to get used to those higher interest rates with regards to their payments. So again, 2 bedroom, 1 bath, just under 1,100 square feet right here in the heart of Placerville, and listed at $420,000. So great little example of what you can get here in the older area of Placerville, and still such easy access to Highway 50 to get downtown, which downtown Sacramento from here is probably about 45 minutes or so, and you can also get up to Tahoe in just about an hour. So very great location. We're right on Highway 50, but it's far enough away that I actually don't hear any of the freeway noise, which is awesome. So yeah, I think that's it on this one, and we will be on to the next. See you over there. Number 2 in Placerville, and we're just off of Country Club, which is off of Cedar Ravine here, again just off the downtown area. We're about 6 minutes by car from downtown, and so super easy to get down there if you did want to go have a nice dinner or something. And this house that's behind me, it's a little bit deceiving because it looks like it's a pretty small house, and because it's built on this hillside, I don't know if you can kind of catch those views that it's going to have. It's actually built down, and so this house is about 3,300 square feet. It's on over a half acre. It's 0.57 acres, if I'm remembering correctly, and it's listed at $729. So a little bit more than the median home price, and you're getting quite a bit more house and yard and views from the last house that we were just at that's in that downtown area. So this one, again, $730,000. I didn't talk about this before when we were over at the other houses, but here in Placerville, we're at about 1,900 feet above sea level, and so we definitely get some snow in the winter time. Usually just a dusting or two, but sometimes it does stick for a few days. And then you've got, this situation where you're going to have, one side of the street has amazing views of, valleys, and then the other side of the street might have amazing views from their front yard. And also, I didn't talk about this at the last house, but we talked about Placer Union for the elementary schools, but it's also El Dorado Union for the high school, and they do get an A rating from niche.com, and the student to teacher ratio is also pretty good. It's about 23-1, and so your high schools are really good up here in Placerville. And other fun facts that I was going to share with you guys. The major employers here, I just drove past Marshall Hospital. It's a really nicely rated hospital here in town, and we've got a lot of doctors and nurses that we've helped over the years moving into the area, buy property here close by so that they can, quickly get to the hospital in case of emergency or anything like that, and just for, shorter commute times. So that's a big employer. Obviously, the county being right here in Placerville, that's a big employer for Placerville as well. And then we've got Red Hot Casino, which is fairly new to the area. I would say that they've been oh gosh, I can't remember when they built it exactly, but definitely within the last decade or so. They built a really nice casino on one of the Indian reservations right here. They've got some nice restaurants, and of course, the gaming's fun, and if that's what you're into. And then I would say the other, like we talked about while I was downtown, is definitely the wine industry. So we're going to wrap up today up at Boeger Winery, which is one of my favorites. I'm hoping that it's not too crazy because, like I said, it is a weekend. I just had a little bit extra time, so I thought I would come and tour you guys around here in beautiful Placerville, California. Kind of, like the foothills of the Sacramento region. So with that, I am going to go ahead and get going to house number 3 and then wrap things up with the wine at Boeger. All right. House number 3 for our Placerville tour today, and this brings us to Greenstone Country, which is an amazing equestrian community here in Placerville that is right on the border of Placerville, Shingle Springs, and Rescue. So big rural lots. All of the lots are about 5 acres. Some of them are a little bit bigger than that even. And so the house that I'm standing in front of, it is not that much bigger than house number 2. So we're on Stagecoach Lane, and this house is currently on the market. It's about 3,500 square feet, and like I said, on just over 5 acres. They've got horse amenities, like they already have a barn with multiple stalls, and then just here in the community there's like miles and miles of trails and all sorts of amenities for the horse lovers out there. So if you are looking for horse property, you definitely should have Greenstone Country on your list of neighborhoods to check out, because the homes are mostly custom, and then also they're all on those really large lots, and a lot of them already have horse amenities, so it's not like you have to add to it, whereas one of our communities that we sell a lot of in Cameron Park, which is just to the west a little bit, is Cameron Estates, and one of our clients just bought a home, then bought a horse, and then had to proceed to build a barn. So a lot of the houses out here already have all of those amenities already built onto the property. So this particular house, though, I was just about to say is, sorry, it's nice and breezy. It is listed just under $1 million, so $999, and again 3,500 square feet on those 5 acres. And you can get into Greenstone Country for a little bit less than $1 million, and then you can go all the way up into the $2 million range as well if you really want to go with a nice, more amenities, more luxury features, and of course it's we're nearing the end of summer, so everything is very golden, as they say. That's why they call California the Golden State. It's not because they found all the gold here, it's because all of our hills turn gold in the summertime. And as we get towards winter and get into the rainy season, which isn't very long here, and it's still quite enough to have us get some nice greenery. And I don't know if we're going to be able to see it, you guys, but there's a really beautiful family of deer right down there, which is so common out here. We see deer and wildlife all of the time in all of our rural areas, and even the not rural areas. We saw that at the when I was over in Campus Commons with you guys too. So anyway, there's some sweet deer back there, hopefully not eating all of their plants that they don't want them to eat. All right, we've got one more stop today for our Placerville tour, and that is at our favorite winery, Boeger. So we'll see you there next. I'm just wrapping up our day here in Placerville and just wanted to bring you to one of our favorite spots. So thank you so much for joining me here in Placerville. This is Boeger Winery. We've been members here since, oh my gosh, I think 1999 when we very first moved up to the Sacramento region, and I think I love them for a lot of reasons. Our kids grew up, you know, like running down these hills and sitting on these picnic tables with Mike and I while we enjoyed some adult beverages, and they're also the same age as me, so I think they're either 51 or 52. So anyway, lots in common, and their reds are amazing. They've got some good whites too, but we're definitely more of the red fans here when we do our wine drinking. But it's just super quiet and serene normally, and just a really nice place to, you know, whether you're starting or ending your tour maybe of Apple Hill, or just coming up just to go to the wineries here in Placerville. This is a great place to come. They've got some great events. They're going to be doing some stuff during harvest, and we also got to bottle our own wine as wine club members a couple months ago, which was super fun. We brought my parents and did that. So good times for sure, and good times and great wines. So thanks for checking out Placerville, California. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us. And again, whether you're moving in a week, a month, or even a year, we are here for you. All of our contact info is below. And once again, if you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the alert so that you are the first to know about everything about living in Sacramento, and of course all of the beautiful suburbs and outskirts like Placerville. Thanks you guys. Bye-bye.